Have you ever wondered why so many Korean dishes have that beautiful, fiery red color? You might think that we Koreans have been eating spicy food forever. It seems like chili peppers are in our DNA, right? From the bubbling stews to the crunchy kimchi on the side of every single meal, that distinct spicy kick is everywhere. But here is a little secret for you, something that might completely change how you see our food. The chili pepper, the very heart of what many people consider Korean flavor, is actually a newcomer to our table. It has only been a part of our diet for a few hundred years. It's not an ancient ingredient that our ancestors foraged in the mountains thousands of years ago. This might sound unbelievable, I know. When you taste a spoonful of spicy sundubu jjigae or take a big bite of kimchi, it feels so fundamentally Korean. It's hard to imagine our cuisine without it. Before the chili pepper, our food was very different. So, if chili peppers aren't from Korea, where did they begin their journey? Their story starts far, far away, across the vast oceans in Central America, South America. For thousands of years, indigenous peoples in places like modern-day Mexico and Bolivia were cultivating and eating chili peppers. They were a key part of their diet and culture long before the rest of the world knew they existed. Then, in the late 15th century, everything changed. European explorers found a spicy fruit they called pepper because its heat reminded them of the black pepper they knew. They brought these new plants back to Europe, and from there the chili began its incredible world tour. Portuguese and Spanish traders carried chilies to Africa, India, Southeast Asia, and eventually East Asia. Portuguese traders introduced chilies to Asia. Japanese ports like Nagasaki became hubs for foreign goods. Historians believe chilies reached Korea mostly via Japan during the late 16th century, Imjin War, and possibly via China too. By the early 17th century, chili plants were on Korean soil. At first, chilies were ornamental, admired for bright red fruit rather than eaten. Early texts called them Japanese mustard or southern barbarian pepper, clearly foreign and spicy. It took time for Koreans to figure out how to incorporate this new plant into cooking, but once they did, there was no turning back. This little red pod started a revolution in the Korean kitchen. So, the chili pepper arrived in Korea, but it wasn't an instant star in the kitchen. It took a while for people to move it from the garden to the dinner table. Why the hesitation? Korean cuisine already had established flavors. Doenjang, ganjang, garlic, ginger, and green onions, core building blocks. Introducing a powerful, fiery new taste was a big change. But several factors came together in the 17th, 18th centuries to make it fit. One of the biggest reasons was preservation. Korea's long, harsh winters made keeping food from spoiling a huge challenge. Koreans had perfected fermentation with kimchi, originally white, not red. Adding chili powder to fermented vegetables was a game changer. Capsaicin in chili has antimicrobial properties, which slows spoilage. That made chili practical for kimchi that would last the winter. Another reason, affordability and accessibility. Chili was easy and cheap to grow. Everyone from nobles to farmers could access the new flavor, democratic spice. And finally, the taste itself. Koreans fell in love with its warming heat. Gochugaru and gochujang became staples. The Red Revolution had begun. When people unfamiliar with Korean food think of chilies, they often think one thing, hot. But for us, chili is so much more than just heat. It's a complex ingredient that adds layers of flavor, aroma, and color. The goal is harmony, spiciness that enhances saltiness, sweetness, and sourness. Saltiness, like soy or ganjang. Sweetness, caramel and glazes. Sourness, fermented tang that balances the heat. This balance is the true secret of delicious Korean food. Think about forms of chili. Gochugaru, gochujang, fresh and dried chilies. Each has a role. Gochugaru, coarse flakes for kimchi, vibrant color, clean spiciness. Fine powder dissolves smoothly into soups and gochujang. Good gochugaru can be smoky and slightly sweet, especially if sun-dried. This complexity is why it's indispensable. Gochujang is a fermented masterpiece. Chili, glutinous rice, meiju, salt, aged in ongi. Fermentation creates sweetness and deep umami. Spicy, sweet, savory at once. Fresh green chilies give a crunchy, milder kick, often eaten raw with samjang. Dried red chilies add smoky depth. It's not just about taste and color. Koreans have long believed spicy food is good for health. Modern science often agrees. The active component is capsaicin. It gives chilies heat and drives benefits. Visual. Boosts metabolism. Rich in vitamin C. Chilies help immune function and healthy skin. Capsaicin triggers endorphin release, a mild natural high and stress relief. When you eat spicy food, you may sweat and feel warmth. Capsaicin at work. Your body temporarily burns calories faster and appetite can be reduced. Not a magic pill, but spicy food in a balanced diet helps maintain healthy weight. A great way to add flavor without extra calories, fat, or sugar. Chilies are packed with vitamins, antioxidant protection, vitamin A for vision. These nutrients support immune function and cell protection. The endorphin rush can create mild euphoria. Spicy food becomes satisfying and even addictive. It's a way to blow off steam and relax after a long day. In a fast-paced world, a hot, spicy meal can be comforting. Food for body and soul. That's why chili is as nourishing as it is delicious. While our spicy dishes get most international attention, it's a misunderstanding to call all Korean food fiery. Korean cuisine is about balance. Spicy and non-spicy dishes side by side. You will almost always find spicy dishes served alongside mild ones. This allows the palate to rest and appreciate different tastes. It's like a conversation between flavors. Spicy notes are highlighted by gentle savory notes of other dishes. Non-spicy favorites, bulgogi, seasoned with soy, sugar, sesame oil, and sometimes pear juice. Japchae, glass noodles, vegetables, a sweet soy base. Seollyeongtang, milky bone broth you season at the table. Salt, pepper, green onion. These mild dishes are essential. They provide contrast to spicy items. Take rice and a mild banchan to calm the heat and reset your palate. This calms the heat and prepares you for the next spicy bite. The interplay is the essence of the Korean dining experience. So if you don't like spicy food, Korean cuisine still has delicious options for you. The non-spicy side is just as important and delicious. When we talk about chili peppers in Korean food, a few superstar dishes come to mind. These dishes have carried the flag for Korean spice around the world. At the top of the list is kimchi. Impossible to imagine a Korean meal without it. There are hundreds of varieties, some not spicy, baek kimchi, but the iconic Napa cabbage kimchi is fiery red. Its paste is gochugaru, garlic, ginger, fish sauce. The chili is essential for fermentation and flavor. Chili gives kimchi complexity. Tangy, savory, deeply fermented. Tteokbokki, chewy rice cakes in a thick, bright red sauce. Street food comfort. Gochujang provides the sweet, savory base. Gochugaru adds heat. Bubbling stews, kimchi jjigae, sundubu jjigae, use aged kimchi and chili for deep flavor. Silky tofu in an intense, spicy broth, hallmark comfort dish. Chili as marinade. Jjukbokkeum, spicy pork. Dagalbi, spicy chicken. Chilies tenderize and caramelize meat. Quickly stir-fried with vegetables, the paste creates a smoky sweet crust. Eating tteokbokki or jjigae from a street vendor on a chilly day. Quintessentially Korean. Simple, cheap, unbelievably delicious. These dishes show how chili transforms simple ingredients into something spectacular. Chili is the transformer of Korean flavor. Not all chili peppers are created equal. In Korea, we prefer specific varieties. Gochu refers to a few key varieties cultivated for taste, color, and heat. Putgochu, young green peppers, crunchy and mild. Honggochu, vibrant red peppers for drying into gochugaru. Cheongyang-gochu, a smaller, potent variety developed in the 1980s for heat. Using a habanero or Thai bird's eye in kimchi will change flavor profile dramatically. Gochugaru commonly sits around 1,500–2,500 SHU. Cheongyang can reach 10,000 SAU. Coarse flakes for kimchi, fine powder for gochujang and soups. Most peppers are sun-dried to preserve flavor and create that smoky sweet note. Cheongyang was developed by crossbreeding a local variety with a Thai chili for heat. A little chopped cheongyang adds a sharp, clean heat to soups and sauces. Putgochu is crunchy and grassy. Honggochu is brighter and milder when dried. Cheongyang, small but punchy, used when dishes need a serious kick. Korean food prefers moderate, enjoyable spice that complements other flavors. It's about nuance, knowing which pepper to use and how much. A jalapeno is 2,500–8,000 RSU. Cheongyang sits around 10,000 SU. Context matters. So, after this long journey, we come back to our main question. Why do Koreans love chili peppers so much? As we've seen, it's not just one single reason. It started with practicality, preserving food for winter. It was democratic, affordable, and easy to grow for everyone. It offered health benefits, vitamins, capsaicin, and a warming comfort. Capsaicin makes us feel good. That shared endorphin moment became social. Over centuries, chili wove itself into our culture and identity. The color red became synonymous with Korean food, passion, energy, vitality. Sharing a bubbling pot of spicy stew is more than food, it's community. We bond over the shared sweat, laughter, and warmth. Handling spicy food is often seen as a sign of strength and resilience. The concept hwakyunhada, satisfyingly hot, ties flavor to character. We adopted a foreign plant and transformed our cuisine around it. Kimchi, gochujang, tteokbokki. We didn't just add chili, we built identity. Today, chili is the soul of our spice, the heart of our table, the fire in our belly. It tells a story of history, resourcefulness, and our passionate love for delicious food.